Hi guys, it's September 24, 2020, and you're watching me, Nikki, also known as Faces Trader, here on Awesome TEDx Live Global Market Update. So let's discuss. Why is Nikki happy? Wow, the market is down. 525 points, Dow Jones, NASDAQ 3% down, S&P 500 is down 2%. You could see Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Panic Central. Let's see. So let's discuss, okay, in a single day, it looks, wow, it's all red. But if you take a look just in a single year, wow, it's all green. So, of course, not all green. Energy is a losing battle. If you are investing in oil and gas, bless you. Bless you. You're probably bleeding to death, and I don't know why. If you're investing in banks, bless you too. I don't know why, because there's a lot of other financial banks that you should have bought, fintech. Either way, as you could see, people can raise their panic, and they're panicking. But I just want to share that this panic central is not to be a concern. Okay, September 24, Panic Central market updates. Let's see. Tesla stock skids 6% as promised Battery Day innovations remain off in the future. Tesla stock falls, Oppenheimer's rush says buys on weakness. Tesla stock drops, Baird analyst sees lack of catalyst with Battery Day in the review. I am not a Tesla analyst, and I am very sure that there are better Tesla devoted channels out there. Nonetheless, I will share to you what I think and what I do with Tesla. Okay, let's see. So I have bought Tesla here at about 330. Actually, I didn't buy it 330. I bought it here at about 375. It went up to about 440, 465. I sold at 440 and 450. On the break of 400, my stops got ignited, and so I was out 397. I think tonight Tesla opens at 360. What do I think about Tesla? I think, fundamentally, when it was trading at about $400 billion market cap, I did argue that, I believe in the electric future, I believe in solars, I believe in all these systems and advanced driverless systems. But at the end of the day, Tesla has gone from about $380 to as high as $2,500. So I could be the worst stock market picker in the world, but I could be the worst stock market timer in the world, but I'd still have made money had I bought Tesla at the peak of about $900 last year. That was February. That was 2019 peak. Okay. Sorry, that's 1.7 already. 200 times 5 is 1,000. It was three. Okay, so I remember numbers prior to the stock split. It was about $200 to $900. So 180 times 5. So that's 900. So I still think in the times 5 world. So it's not the divided by 5 world in my end. So 500 times 5 is 25. At the end of the day, you can argue the moon and the Mars, but $400 to $500, that's 2,000 to 25. That is double your money. Even if you were sucked, even if you bought like Tesla at $1,000, the peak of last year. So I would argue that Tesla shareholders are profit taking, as you could see in that arrow. I said that you could have been the worst person in the world. You've bought Tesla $180 below, as low as $32. Of course, some people bought even lower than you. You could have bought it at the lowest price and still made significant sums of money. So at these levels from about 330 to 450, I do think that is being a distribution for the people who bought here below 180. Where is the marriage vows for Tesla? Where do you marry Tesla if you're gonna buy it really for life? Not like for buy today and sell tomorrow like a prostitute. Tesla, what you want to do here is that you want to buy it 330 or 270. So you might wish to wait for any oversold drops, but from now 330 to 270, I'd argue that it will be bought here, or it could even go to 180. So there are 3 arrows here: 330, 270, and 180. I haven't gotten the 180 yet. So 180 times 5, yes, that is $900. You might think that you are buying it cheap, but $400 is times 5. That's $400 billion, guys. That's why Tesla itself, they had to sell and dilute some of the best Tesla OG investors. They sold it, right? So they sold. So no matter what you think, I do believe, though, that the future is solar, and you are seeing the same thing happen. These have been evident in all the earnings of all the solar companies out there. So Jinko Solar JKS had a great number earnings yan. Kaboom, 82% earnings surprise, and it was up. At the market sell-off, this company solar went 20%. More importantly, it is 50% up from September till today. What a great outperformance when your NASDAQ is dropping 20%. So take a look, think about the Nikki picks. Not all of them are falling down. The NASDAQ is down, but solar firms are going up. CSIQ is up. Now, you might ask, why is it that Tesla is down? It's because it has run 10x, okay? It didn't go up 100% this year. It went 10x, okay? It went from about $200 last year to as high as 2.5. So will it go down to $1,000, 1,000 divided by 5 or $200? That is a wish that I want. Actually, I wish that it falls, but I'm not really sure. I should know that Tesla would have buyers at 330, 270. Why? Because some people sold at 450 and they want to buy it even as low as 330. Because what if Zoom happened to them? I'm going to show you what happened. Even when the market was falling down, Zoom is still teetering at all-time highs. Zoom is at $500. I'll tell you what I did. I sold half of my Zoom, and I'm going to buy that half here at about 400. It could go 400, it could go 300. I don't want to sell my winners. Tesla is a winner. So not everyone will be stupid to sell it to you at $180, even if you scream that it is overvalued. Okay, and then of course, you can argue that what's happened in the market, Zoom, I sold some. Beyond Meat, I sold some, okay? 155. Before it even reached 162, I sold at 155. It reached as high as 162 that day. Now it's trading at 150. I think that it could go to 130 or 120, or it can also go to 170. My sell half is a part of my diversification because, you know what? I don't care if the market goes up or goes down. As long as I believe in a company, and 160, Beyond Meat is being sold at $160 specifically because it is expensive. $10 billion. You could argue the heights, the moons, but how much did revenues of Beyond Meat were in the last few quarters? It's just $100 million and another $100 million. Let's say they make $500 million this year. It's 20 times price to sales. So no matter if I believe that it will grow 100% further next year, can it be priced in? My argument is it's priced in at $160, but the problem is I don't think I could buy it at $80. So I will hold. I've been investing in Beyond Meat since 69, 63, sold at 150 and 200, buy back at 78, sold 120, buy back 125, 135. I was in the error of selling early. And then, of course, sell some at 155 because I see 160 as a resistance. Will it go $100? Bring it on. Bring it on, market. If you want to sell down, sure, give me a panic. Here's what I think. Okay, so Tesla fell, and all the electric charge points fell as well. SBE, switchback energy point, from 10 it went to 14. Now it's trading at $12. So you know that I bought some SBE charge point. I bought. It is a small position right now in my portfolio. And I think that SBE here at about $11.95, $12, I think that this is a buy. So some people will argue that, okay, this is a SPAC. I'm afraid, so I'm going to sell. Can it go to $10? Sure, that can. So I bought it here at about 14. Okay, so 14. I'm going to buy more at 12. If it goes to 10, sure, go ahead. Because why? I believe that this company will go 100%. That's simple. I think it's going to go $20, $30, $40. Do I invest my entire portfolio? No. 5% times 25% is 1.25% of my net asset worth. I couldn't care less. I could add more. So 1% already invested. I'll add more. So if it falls $12, I think that SBE charge point, well, it already fell $12.18. So I am a bullish here. And I think that some of the electric names, like so Jinko Solar went up. It is just a testament that CSIQ, which I hold, should be held. And if it fell, I should buy. If it fell 25, 27, then I should buy. I bought here at about 24. So any drops here, 28, 29, now it's 30. Should I sell? Well, you could argue that I could sell, but It's not a big position in my portfolio, so I'd rather hold. First solar, after falling, I bought. So at 62, 63, it didn't fall to 55 yet, but even if it falls 55, look, I believe that solar panels have a great future. So all the solar panel manufacturers should do well. First solar, Jinko Solar, Canadian Solar. Now, Jinko Solar is at 33. I was buying at 22.20. I was giving a buy rec at about 22 to 20. So at 33, you're up 50%. Let's take a look at some. So SunPower also has Maction. This was a freebie given. So it was a freebie, so nobody cared whether they sold at $30 or $25. After falling significantly since that freebie, I think here at about $12.50 was the first higher low. So Maction here at about $12.50. Can it go to $20? The argument that I will give is yes. So as a solar panel manufacturer too, I think that this one has been giving a buy rec at about 13. So if you have Maction, you want to buy it at 13. Now, you got it free. You might as well buy free, zero cost if you were a SunPower early shareholder. Okay, so SunPower, let's take a look at SunPower. SunPowers, we were buying here at about 7 area. It went to 11. Of course, that 7 used to be 11. That went 17. Okay, so there was this free SunPower share, free Maction shares, so that became the spin-off. So 11.30, it's now here at about 10. I'd argue that if it goes to about 9 or 8, these are all just buying opportunities. These gaps are all just buying opportunities. Now, what happened to some of our e-commerce names? Let's take a look one by one. Target Corp, okay, Target Corp is still above 140. If Target Corp goes down to 140, what will Nikki do? Not panic. The answer is just hold. I have it at 150. I don't have it at really, I don't have it here at 120. I bought that after I got 150. So my cost is just the same. It's unchanged. I'm not down. I'm not up. It's just unchanged. I keep on holding it. If Target goes down, which I think if the market falls, sure, it can go 140. I will not panic. I'll just hold it. Let me discuss a lot of things about these companies. Walmart, Target are e-commerce giants. So let's take a look. Let me present you. Of course, I've already presented that Target did so well. They've got their own private label goods. Their company went up from 140 to 150, specifically on earnings point, because they had great numbers. Now, let's take a look. Walmart US retail e-commerce sales. Had Amazon killed Walmart and Target? The answer is no. As you could see, this company has been earning their sales $15 billion, $20 billion, $28 billion, $40 billion. They have been growing 40% for Walmart, and the same thing can be said for Target. Same thing for Walmart and Target, and yet they are not trading at lavish levels, unlike your Amazons. Now, take a look at total retail sales in China. China is expected to be a $6 trillion market by 2024. And as of so far, it is already $5 trillion. $5 trillion versus US of also nearing $5 trillion. So when you look at the pie of e-commerce, this is what should show up. This is something that was shared every day by all the e-commerce investors, and I believe in it as well. Since April and March, we have seen that 10 years worth of penetration rate was done in 10 weeks in April 2020 COVID pandemic. And that was the reason why your Shopify, your all of these e-commerce giants have gone up all the way 200, 300%. Of course, my preference was C Limited, and you know that. Since April, okay, that data was there, April, so $40 C Limited is times 4, almost 160, okay? It went 160, 40 times 4, 160. It fell to 138. That was a buying area. 135. Now it's about 150. So the market tanked. Did C Limited fall back to April or May? No. The answer is it's kept on sustaining their gains because it is fundamentally a winner and it is also technically a winner. Now, how has e-commerce penetration worldwide happened? As you could see, China has done 20. In 2017, this is 20%. Now it is 35%. US has gone from 15%, 10%. Now it's 30%. Of course, your Southeast Asia, like the Philippines, my country, Philippines, is less than 3%. So If you look at the retail e-commerce, 2019, China 35 grew more. US was 10, went to 25 to 30. So, we doubled in terms of e-commerce penetration. And when you look at all the data, it is a bona fide winner. Whether you're investing in Chinese e-commerce, UK e-commerce, which is Ocado, US e-commerce, or you're investing in, well, I'm not aware of other e-commerce giants in Japan. I think Japan's e-commerce giant is um I don't know. There is, but I didn't know that. And I didn't invest in Japan's e-commerce giant. Either way, here in Southeast Asia, which is our Philippines, let me share to you that the e-commerce giant in the Philippines and Singapore and Vietnam and Thailand and Malaysia and Indonesia is none other than Sea Limited. And so you could see that these are the winners. You could see that Shopee has beaten Lazada. Shopee has beaten Carousel. Shopee has beaten quite a lot in Singapore. So in the Philippines, Shopee has also beaten Lazada. In Vietnam, Shopee has beaten Lazada. Grab is doing well. And how do we have exposure to Grab? In all these SEA markets, Southeast Asian markets, we have exposure through SoftBank. Now, SoftBank goes up and down because SoftBank has an eccentric leader, which is Masayoshi. When the market goes down, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla goes down, people attribute, okay, SoftBank has to go down. But when Apple, Amazon, all these great fangs go up, then they assume that then Masayoshi should rise. It's like as if SoftBank is treated as an index. If NASDAQ falls, let's make SoftBank fall. If not NASDAQ rises, let's make SoftBank rise. Okay, I don't care what about people think. What I do think is that if SoftBank falls down to about 5.8, 5.9, it is a buy. If it goes 5,000, better buy more. So that's the same thing for Sea Limited. Now take a look. JG Summit of the Philippines invested in internet platform SEA. They invested $25 million. That was 2017, 2018. Their $10 went to $150. Yes, your 25 million, let's make it $300 million, more than that, okay? So how do you make money in winners? First and foremost, you know the secular trends. You don't panic, and you know what's happening in your winners business-wise. Not just because the stock price fell down that you are scared and panicking to hell. In fact, if Sea Limited goes down to $132, I would assure you, or even 110, there will be buyers 132 to 110. So it depends how much of Sea Limited is there in your portfolio. As I said, if it's above 15% weight, you should be profit taking. So it is a question. If Sea Limited is 15% of your portfolio at 148, you probably should take profit, because what if Sea Limited went down 132? But if so you just have to understand that the downside can be present, but also the upside can be present. So let me just ask your questions and then I'll go to charts. Unity Gaming has a very popular game on Twitch where they are paying streamers to play. Yes, I like Unity. Unity went from about 52 IPO. We are not able to get 52 IPOs. I had to buy it at 67. It went to 88, and then some profit taking happened at 82. Should Unity go down 72 or below, I'd say that it's still a buy. Unity, I'm buying 72 to 52 if it even will go 52. Okay, so fat chance if it goes 52, right? So I'm buying Unity for long term. Pa request naman po, FANG stocks po, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix. Okay. Good. Are you talking about GoodRx? GoodRx, GDRX IPO. That IPO I haven't studied, so the answer for GoodRx, I have no understanding yet on that company. As for Facebook, $240, you've got to support $233. I can answer that through my head. Memorize ko na yung chart niyan. 233 Facebook, you've got to support. You've got resistance at about 268 to 300. Then again, I have Facebook. I keep it long term. I bought it, I bought an average, I don't care, 245, 265. It's okay, I'll just keep it. So I'm just keeping my Facebook. I think it's going to be a $300 to $1,000 company. Of course, I'm holding it for 3 years. Even if it goes $200, if I have money, then I'll invest. Apple, I don't think so Apple, I think it is expensive. I've been calling a sell on Apple when the Epic Games App Store was happening. And especially because Apple was trading, it went up. Okay, let me explain to you. Apple went from 100 to 140 just on a stock split. Tesla went 1.5 to 2.5 just on a stock split. None of the stock splits are revenue generating. None of the stock splits will add your revenue. So I'll say, you know, it is quite weird for Apple to rise 100 to 140. Now, Apple went down back to $100. Now it's 105. The question is, should I buy Apple at 105? I would argue that Apple at 105, if you're there for the future, like for the wearables, and that's 2022 to 2023, 2 to 3 years from now, yes, the answer would be Apple will go 150, $200 someday. But can I buy it at $90? I'd argue Apple can. Apple can go $90. It is so in love. Like the market is so in love with Apple. And I understand wearables, but there's a lot of ways to play wearables. Amazon is 2.9 predictable. 3.3 went down to 2.9. We said 3.3 Amazon was expensive. It can go to 9. Will Amazon go $2,000? The answer is no. I argue it's not. But Amazon here at about 2.9 will always get a seller at 3.3. Can 2.9 break down to about 2.6 to 2.5? That is the next support of Amazon. The answer is also possible. But for Amazon to fall to 5, Amazon really has to fuck up next quarter earnings already. And that is not something that I foresee. So I would argue that Amazon, Apple, Facebook, they won't fall 20%. If they fall, I'll buy. But my argument is, what's the downside? If I'm buying it today at about 245 and Apple at 105, is Apple going to go $80? I think maximum maybe Apple goes $90. Amazon maximum goes 2.5. I don't think it's going to go 2,000. Netflix, I argue, okay, Netflix, my argument here is that I think I can buy 420. But so far, Netflix has been bought at 460. So, I think Netflix has a lot of sellers at 560. It traded at 380 resistance last year. Outperformance, sure. But I think that you can buy 460 with a chance to sell at 560. Long term, sure, Netflix goes up, but it's not, it's okay. It's a trade. It's a trading range right now. Fastly, what are your thoughts? Okay, Fastly, I believe this is an outperformer. This is a leader. Congrats to those who got Fastly at about less than $20. It has proven itself an outperformer. Edge computing is a big trend. And I think fat chance for me if I could buy Fastly at 75 below. I bought Fastly at 36. At that point in time, I was not a big believer. I thought it was just a trade. Honestly speaking, erroneously, I sold it like 44, 45, like, yay, 20% up, I'm happy. Because I didn't understand Fastly business model then. So I think like Fastly, if you have it below 75, you might as well keep it. That said, at $90 now, $90, you do see some selling resistances. Those $75 are not all investors. Some of them are investors, but some of them are traders. Expect volatility. Fastly, they'll be selling at 90, 95. They will argue that Fastly doesn't deserve 30 times price to sales. Just the same that they would argue that Zoom Video does not deserve this $500 valuation. The $100 billion valuation of Zoom Video, if Zoom goes down from 500 to 400 or 350, Fastly would fall again. So what do I do if I have Fastly? I'd sell half at $90, and then I don't care. If it goes 75, I'll buy. If it goes 50, better buy more. That's all. I didn't study Argent. Livongo, I think like Livongo and Teladoc, it's quite expensive. That's why some people are willing to buy Amwell. So Amwell IPO. Amwell went from about 14 to 16. It went 18, then 28. It opened at the market at 22, 24. At $28 Amwell, I find it expensive. But then again, if people are willing to pay Teladoc expensively, then I argue, okay, I understand why Amwell is being traded high. How about Roku? Roku, I have it. I sold some at about $180, $178 because $180 used to be the resistance. Roku broke above. So right now, Roku is trading at $188 to $190. If I haven't sold a little of Roku, I'd sell half. And then the half is really for life. Like I couldn't care less if Roku goes $120, $130. I don't think Roku would ever go that low. So sell half only so that if Roku falls, then it's okay. But I won't buy. Like personally speaking, I won't buy Roku at 190 because I could buy a lot of other companies like Microsoft at $200. I could buy Facebook at $245 to $48. I'd argue that my money is better spent in Facebook, Google, Microsoft rather than buying Roku at 190. How much is the buy for C Limited? 138 below, if you can buy it, like 138 all the way to 110. I think that is a great buying opportunity for C Limited e-commerce. So that is also my argument. Why will I buy Amazon at 29 when I could buy C Limited, which has greater upside? So that's how I think about it. E-commerce wise, I think like there's just more upside in C Limited. Let me ask more. Bought Geely upon your reco. Should we continue to hold for long term? I just bought it as a small portion of my portfolio though. Geely is a small portion of course, of my portfolio because I believe in electric vehicles. I believe the Chinese electric vehicles, you've got BYD, which is 1211, you've got 175. I even believe in the future that will be Xiaopeng Motors. There will be, of course, the Tesla. There will also be the Ford and GM, even if some people considered Ford and GM to be dinosaurs. So I think that the future is that a lot of these electric vehicles will win. Like, have you seen the GM Cruise? General Motors, I said $25, $26 was a buy. I think GM right now is $30. You don't make 100%, but it's still money. Nonetheless, for Geely, I think at about 15, 16 or whatever price you bought, even if you bought at 17, I think that it has a $25 to $30 future. So just let it be. Just let it sleep. You have old companies in US which are still 10x. What do you mean old companies? I don't understand the question. So I don't understand the question. So I can't answer I can't answer the question because I don't understand the old companies that you mean. Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia, I like this company. So I've invested in Nvidia $170 last year. It went as high as $300, and then of course it went to 220, and then now it's 560, and then it fell to 480. You know, I think Nvidia 480 is a buy. Even if it goes 400 or 360, I will still buy. So Nvidia, I just buy and hold it. All the gamers in the world, all the cloud, all the data centers, all the electric vehicle futures, that's all Nvidia. So even the laptops. So Nvidia is like a six monster beast for me. Why is it a six monster beast? So many secular trends: cloud, data centers, games, EV, ADAS future, and artificial intelligence, of course. So how much should you buy Nvidia? I think like 480. If you haven't bought, you can buy today, 480. But it can go all the way to $400, and it won't matter to me. So 480 to 400, just buy. 360, I think, maximum. But I don't think people are stupid to sell Nvidia as low as 360. So that's like my wish. Wow, you bought Fastly at $25. Congrats, Jim. You just hold it. It's never going to go $25 anymore. You've got a winner. So you might even 10x your money in the next few years. So just hold. So Fastly, Power Shopify, 5 Edge, Edge Computing, right? 5 Edge networks. So fast. Fastly stands for fast. So congrats. My short-term investment, ma'am. Thanks, po. What's that? Do I have short-term investments? Fastly's biggest customer is TikTok. TikTok, Shopify, so many. Hi, Miss Nikki. May I know your insights about Salesforce, Workday, and Alteryx? So for Workday, I think like $200 below is a buy, and 240 above, you'd see some selling pressure. So Workday is just a stable company. Salesforce, I didn't have this. It went well on earnings. I don't study Salesforce so much, so I can't answer. Nonetheless, Salesforce had a $5 billion quarter. Mark Benioff. Salesforce is the granddaddy of SaaS names. So they have the revenues, they have the growth. I'd assume that Salesforce will get bought should it go down like, I think it went from 250. Let me see. I haven't been checking CRM. What is CRM right now? CRM is not a company that I own, and I don't study it a lot. I do know that it's a winner. So from 200, it went to 280. Now it's 235. I guess the support would be $200 below. So there will be buyers for CRM, but you have to probably study it. I just didn't study it. Alteryx is a bit tricky. So Alteryx is data analytics. They have a lot of competition. That's why they have been Alteryx. I didn't study so much. So I'll give you an answer. Alteryx here at about 160, 180 had sellers. Nonetheless, this went from 20 to 180. That is times 10 your money. So right now, I think Alteryx is just correcting. 100 can go to to $80, but a winner is a winner. It's not something that I have full understanding. All I know is that Alteryx is being used by a lot of people. They replaced MATLAB. They replaced a lot of data analytics software companies. So that's all I know about Alteryx. It's not like a deep dive for me. So companies that I don't do deep dives, I don't have huge positions. Pwede ko po ba ma-share yung live mo, ma'am? What's this one? Yeah, sure. Share it. Thank you. Share the channel. How about NVCR? Didn't study. Sorry. Zscaler, between Zscaler and CrowdStrike, I prefer CrowdStrike. So I don't own Zscaler. Old companies like Ford, Coke, GE. So Ford, I think, is a dinosaur that isn't truly a dinosaur. I gave Ford a buy at $6. Right now, Ford is trading at 7. You don't make money too much, but you'll make like 10-20%. Coca-Cola, $50, $45 is a buy, but you won't make a lot of money. So Coca-Cola, I think you'll make like $55, $60. You'll make 10-20% and collect your dividends. GE has a lot of losses, right? It went from, so GE has a lot of buyers at $6 below. I don't know how much GE right now is. GE has wind turbines, General Electric. I don't follow this name. Okay, it's still $6. So practically, the reason why I don't want to invest in these companies is that I won't make money. I mean, even if I make money, it's like 10%. So why will I invest, right? But for Coca-Cola, the reason why I only know about Coca-Cola is because 100% growth on Alco Pop Seltzers. My dad is a believer in Coke, so okay, for him, he's a dinosaur as well, so I buy Coke for him. But for my own portfolio, I don't have Coca-Cola. I'll be honest. Ford, because I could choose other companies, I didn't invest in Ford. But at $6, I knew that $6 below, there will be buyers because it's not going to go zero. How about Pinterest? Pinterest, I sold my Pinterest at a loss. Can you believe that? I bought Pinterest at about 18, 19. It went to 27. Then it went back to 21. It even went to $13. I sold Pinterest at 21. Sadly, now it's what? 35? How much is Pinterest now? Do you know I don't look at Pinterest because I hate it. Is it $40 already? I hate it. I hate myself for selling a winner. So Pinterest, I bought it at 18. Went to 27. Here, I bought it here 18. Went to 27, fell down to 21. It even went down to 13. So it went even as low as 11 and 10. Now it's at $40. So there was a good earnings here. That was a breakout from 24 to 36. I don't follow Pinterest anymore. So I think Pinterest is trying to do something about e-commerce and advertising. I'm not sure if Pinterest is winning there. I'd prefer investing in Facebook and Shopify. Shopify at about 880 all the way 900 to 700. I think is a buy. Nice one on Fastly, Jim. Congrats. Yeah, you did well. You did well on your Fastly. Benefits of FinViz heat map. Thank you so much. FinViz is free. I use FinViz for checking everything. It's okay. I use it for ratios, charts. God is good. Yeah, God is good, Jim. Thanks. If you have Pinterest, it is a winner for you. I think you just hold on to it. Chances are Steve Silberman, right? Something Silberman. He did well. He is actually too kind. I think Pinterest is such a kind company and Facebook is such a ruthless company. Between kind and ruthless, I went with the ruthless. I went with the company who is a ruthless king. So I went with Facebook. I actually replaced my Pinterest with Facebook. Thoughts on Mercado Libre. So Latin America is a company. So it is the Amazon of Latin America. Mercado Libre went from $7 to $1,200. So you are such a winner if you have invested in Mercado Libre. It has done well, like all other e-commerce in the world. They went 100% up, more than 100% up. I don't think you'll get Meli at 400. It was 400 during March, April, May. Meli, I think, even if it drops, so I'll just discuss this on the chart for Mercado Libre. Chart-wise, maybe you can get it at $800. There is this big gap up. So from $400, it went, sorry, from $400, it went to about 1.2 times 3 your money in just this year. More so if you've been investing this company in the last 5 years. So this one will have support here at 940 and 700. Because Mercado Libre is a company that I am not too secure. I'm from Southeast Asia. I'm not like Latin America. I'm not from Brazil, so I can't say much. That's the reason why I will just depend on. For Latin America, I'm okay with Meli if it goes 900 to 700. But given a choice, given that Shopify is at 880 right now, it fell 850 last week, 870. I'd prefer getting 870, 900 below. Shopify is game for me rather than Mercado Libre. How about Etsy? Etsy is a winner. Great. Etsy went from about $40 this year to as high as 140. I think it was even 37 something like this year. So Etsy went from $7 to $70, then 37, and then 140. You're 20 times your money in Etsy in the last 5 years only. So Etsy, I think, has a buyer at $100 and $90. They argued that they were selling well more than just these COVID masks. So Etsy has really done well. It's just like it's a $10 billion company right now. So it's not like too expensive. I'd say that Etsy, if it goes $100 below, I'd prefer buying Etsy rather than Apple, given it's $100 as well. Of course, you might say, well, they're different, right? But here, Etsy, here at about $100, 108, all the way to 88 is a buying area for me. So it went as low as $30, so $40 and $70 were great buying opportunities this year. Should Etsy fall here at about 100 all the way to 90? No questions asked, guys. I'm gonna be a blind buyer of Etsy. It will go to $200 someday. Okay, so a lot of things to discuss. I hope that you don't panic. For all awesome 10x investors, please remember that you are here for a decade, not for a day. If I need to explain the reasons why you have to be here for a decade, it's because the companies you own are the greatest of all time. Just yesterday, Nike did a slam dunk. Like Michael Jordan, okay? Nike NKE went $127. That would not have been possible without e-commerce. But it also tells you that the people who bought at 67 and 85, they believed in it. Should they have bought Nike at $100 before or $90, it fell to $60. Right now, they're up and in the money. So, I mean, the greatest of all-time companies will make all-time highs after all-time highs after all-time highs. Remember that. They outperform the NASDAQ. They outperform your S&P 500. They outperform, like Fastly, example. Jim made 400% in his Fastly, and he'll make another 400% next year because he owns a winner. It's not going to go down. Like the winners will not go down. And if it goes down, I can assure you, there will be so much trying to catch it. Like I think that I couldn't even get Fastly at 75. Is Pluralsight a buy now? I sold my Pluralsight. I actually sold them at I sold them at $20 because Pluralsight will compete with Google. Google has a $300 certificate course. So I think like because online education is fast changing, I was fast in selling Pluralsight. Right now, Pluralsight is at 16. When I am afraid of a moat, I just exit. So I sold Pluralsight. I'm not sure if I should buy it back, but so far, because a lot of companies that I like are going down, I am a buyer. For instance, Graph is at 21. I am a buyer of Graph at 21. Should it go $20, I don't have a problem. Should SBE go down $12 to $10, I don't care. You want to sell it to me, $10 charge point, game. Go ahead. The reason why I make 100% or 500% on some companies is because people they don't know what they own. They don't know what they own. They sell their Shopifys at $400 last March. Sure, you want to sell Shopify tomorrow at 800, I'll buy it. So that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.